What is up, comic book peeps? Detroit Madmans back, and I got a Black Friday haul. Check this out. Got a couple books from Half Price Books. I hit up Black Friday sale at A1. Was off the freaking chain. Wall books. I got some little mini Grail stuff, back issues, massive inventory. Hey, you know what's funny? I picked up my pull list on Wednesday, and I got this in my bag. So it looks like we're going to do it again tomorrow. Black Friday 2. Wall books. Recently stocked. They've got like 500 long boxes in storage full of Silver Age, Bronze Age, all kinds of stuff. He just bought some massive collections, so I'm sure they're anxious to thin that out a little bit. I know he's been pricing books nonstop for weeks, so it's always fun to dig there. And did some damage at Ken's Comics again on Black Friday. It was amazing. I got these 3 books at Half Price Books. I've been doing The Walking Dead. I'm stuck in the water, dead in the water, so to speak, because I need trade paperback number 4. I've done the first 3, and then I've got 5, 8, and 10. So I really need a 6, 7. I need a 4, 6, 7, and 9 to get my reading in by the end of the year. The series is amazing. Totally digging that. Let's see. I'll start with this week's pickups. Actually, this week and last week's pickups. I haven't done a haul for a couple weeks. Actually, it's probably been about a week or so, but based on these weird days that I'm doing the videos, kind of caught in between. I got that Silk number 1. I liked her first series, so I decided to hit the relaunch up, and I don't know. I got to catch up and figure out what happened in the last few books and see if it's a continuation before I open this. Loving that Postal. They got issue number 8 out. I like that billiards cover. That's always cool. Enormous number 3, series 2. I still pick this up. I like the artwork in this. If you haven't checked it out, and if you see it at your shop, pop this book open and take a look. If you like some of those like real detailed oil painting books, you'll probably like this one. Aha, Black Mask. Check it out. And this is a dope cover. Picked up a couple copies of this. It's We Can Never Go Home issue 5. Phenomenal series. And that cover is just too awesome. Next up, I picked up Kadoja. It's a black and white comic inside. I know this was done by 215 or 215 Inc., whatever it is. And I think it's a smaller print run comic. There was one at the shop that they got, so I decided to grab it. And then this has been out for a couple of weeks, but I finally picked up a couple of copies of it, and that's Ex Mortis by 451. Check out that cover. It's just ridiculous. Artwork in this book is pretty amazing as well. So I got a couple of those. And then next up, I believe this came out last week. Actually, no, I think this one came out this week. And it's 6. And that's another 451 book. Basically going to pick up anything they put out right now. Just everything looks cool. And, you know, just one of those things. Throw them away. Who knows what's going to happen with them. I did see that Harrow County got picked up for a TV series or something like that. And that's been one of my favorite books this year. So I got a nice run. I think I've got like 1 to 7 on that run, all first print. So this one is X'd. Black Mass, issue number 1. Picked up a couple copies of that. I haven't cracked this one open yet to see what it's like inside, but the cover actually looks kind of cool. Alright, next up, I picked up that J. Scott Campbell Black Book sketch cover. And this was my favorite one out of all the ones that came out. Even better, I like this one better than the colored one. I believe they came in poly bags, but I'm not 100% sure. I saw a bunch of polybagged versions of these comics, and I think it was, you know, you could pull one of 3 different covers out of them. but my shop had already cracked a bunch, and just bought this one. I think I paid $6 for it. And then for the newer stuff, there's so many Dark Knight covers. It's actually a little ridiculous, but I went on eBay and I said, I definitely want one with the Joker on it, and this is the one I decided on. And it's not too bad. I forget what variant it is, but I think I got it for like, say it was like $12 or something like that. I know I made a best offer on it. I think they had them at $14.99, and I made a best offer of $12 and got it. So that's pretty cool. Alright, now we're getting into Black Friday. And I told you guys that I knew one of the shops had a stash of Alias, all gem mint condition. It's the same shop I got the #1, and the same shop I got the first Purple Man, first modern Purple Man. But at any rate, I got all these for 50% off. Actually, I got them for less than 50% off because after all was said and done, for all the books that I picked up, he knocked like another $20 off of the total price that I spent. Oh, and then I'll tell you this. This whole haul, which is my Black Friday haul right here, and one other book that I'll bring in after we're done going through these, was all, it cost me, I think, $300 total is what I spent between 3 shops. So keep that in mind. The prices were absolutely amazing, and every single book in here I got for a great discount. Alright, for Alias, I picked up issue 2, 3, those are $2.50 each, 4, $2.50, $5, $1.50, $6, $1.50, $7, $8, $50, $9, $10, that one for $1.50, and then I tried to get the rest of the Purple Man run in the later issues, but part 2 was not there. Somebody had already snagged that, but I did get part 3 for $1.50, part 4, which is issue 27, and then a issue number 28, which I love the cover on this one. And unfortunately, out of all the comics I just showed you, they're all 9. I would say they're all 9.6 or better, except for this one. And this is the one of the covers I like the most. And this one has a ding up in the corner that I didn't notice till I got home. But it's the only one that has damage on it out of all those books. But it's all good. I mean, all those books right there, and what did I pay for them? Like $30. So that was awesome. And I knew that, I had told you in the last video, I knew that was going to happen. So I knew that stash was there. Alright, next up, got to get some Bronze and Silver Age to represent. And let's start it out big with Thor number 181. Again, I don't remember the individual prices of these books, but most of them I did not pay over $5 for. And in some cases, only $1 or $2. So, awesome looking comic. It's got a little bit of indent on the spine, but you know, I like crunch, and no problem for me on this one. It's 181. Beautiful cover. Thor's got fire coming out of the hammer. It's pretty insane. Alright, next up. Now this cover's a little goofy, but it has a lot of people on it. And that's Thor 173. Get that Ulick. And then I see some guys over here. And there's this big spiky ball. I just think that the... actually, it's not a ball. It's like a dumbbell. Like some kind of double mace that he's swinging or whatever. But, it is what it is. I guess every Thor cover can't be the greatest. I do like a lot of them, though. So, that's issue 173. Alright, next up, a book that I've had on my list for a little while. And it's Suicide Squad number 49. And there's another issue that has Joker on the cover. And I can't remember if it's issue 50 or issue 48. I think it's 48. But I didn't get that one. I did find this one, though, and I love this cover. I've seen this cover a few times. And definitely happy to pick that up. think it's a pretty cool looking comic. I forget the significance of it, but I had it on my buy list for a long time. And then check this out. This is for like $1. And it's Batgirl, Death of the Family, number 16, and I just love that cover. I mean, this one is something that obviously wasn't on my list or anything like that, but the cover got me on it. And the Batgirl New 52 stuff, I picked up issue number 1 last week, and I found myself always checking to see if there's any number 1s in the back issue, and that's how I found this one. So that's pretty dope. And then, as I told you before, I completed my Batman New 52 run, but unfortunately I was incorrect. I have 3 outstanding issues. When I went to sort them, I had marked some numbers off on my list that were incorrect. So one of the ones I needed was issue number 28, and I got this for $1.50. So I was stoked about that. Now I'm down to 2. I think I need issue number 30 and number 32, and I'm done. So that one's kind of cool. Next up, saw this Riddler cover, and one of the significance about this book is nothing to do with either what's in it or what it's about, but I absolutely loved the fact that this had a couple date stamps on it. And as you can see right here, it's got February 13th, 1975, and then in the corner up here, it's got February 12th, 1975. So I thought that was kind of cool. And the book's good looking. I mean, I do like this cover. It's got all those arrows pointing at him from the crossbows, and then you got the Riddler standing there. So I thought that was a pretty nice looking book. And next up, saw a Joker cover that I didn't have. It's Batman number 353, and you know I'm always digging in Batman now. I don't know if there's anything significant to this other than it has a insert in this book that is a comic book of the Masters of the Universe, and it's a preview comic. So if you're a Masters of the Universe fan, check this book out and see if it has the insert that has the Masters of the Universe in it. And the Joker looks kind of crazy. Alright, so next up, I love this cover. It's Batman 241. To me, it's just one of those iconic covers. I love the red, his pose, the moon coming in there, the tilted angle of the background. I think just everything on this cover works for me, and so I was super happy to pick this up. I think it only cost me $4. So definitely happy about that. And then next up, picked up early bronze Batman. Has Batgirl on the cover. It's issue number 214. And check that out. It's pretty cool. Not bad. I like the logo in that color scheme. I think that looks pretty sweet. Always loved Batgirl's costume. It just looks cool. And then next up, completely happy to find this. It is Batman number 150. And, you know, I've been doing a lot of Batman this year, especially in the second half of the year. And, man, I've got a eBay haul coming up that's going to blow your mind. I was hoping it would be here today, but it didn't show up. So, at any rate, I got issue number 150 here. The cover is, this has the top staple popped on this one. It's missing a little portion of the bottom left, but I got it for $9. This is actually a wall book that that was 20% off of, and it was $12. So got it for like $9, and I like it. So anything that has a great action shot of Robin and Batman on the cover, I'm a real sucker for. So I thought this one was dope. Number 150. And then I believe this is a duplicate, but this is a pretty decent shape. My other one, if I have it still, is pretty banged up. Super crunch. So price was right. I got this for $5. and that's Batman number 194, 12 center. And I just love the lettering on that one. It's just so awesome. Look at that. I love covers like this. Especially, you know, this book is what, 50 years old? And look how red the cover still is. It's just amazing to me that something like this survives all these years and I pick it up for $4. It's awesome. Next up, I had never seen this cover before, and I just came across it in the back of the box, and it was Batman number 613. I got it for $4. It's got Harley Quinn with the gun on Batman's head, and just amazing cover. I found a lot of good covers this haul for the stuff that wasn't, you know, like obvious wish list stuff. This was one of them. And then picked up another 366 for $3, man. Really nice shape. It's my second copy now. And man, look at this. This is one of the cool comics that I found this year that I didn't really know existed. You know, the first time I found it, you know, I grabbed it. I didn't even realize there was a significance to it. I think it's like one of the Robin appearances. Maybe Jason Todd or something, and I grabbed it, and then when I figured out what it was, I was even more stoked. Look at the pose on Batman, so cool. And then a little mini Grail book, and it's got some crunch to it, but I paid $12 for this at Ken's, and I'm just happy to have it. It's just an iconic cover. And I'm not pretty sure of the significance other than I think it might be the first Silver Age Scarecrow. And I have a coverless copy of this. But, man, look at that. I think it's, what is that, Batman 186 or 189? It's hard to tell. 189, I believe. At any rate, it has a little crunch to it. But, hey, the price was right, $12. Alright, ready for some good stuff? I think we're getting to it. Walking Dead, like I showed you, I've been reading some of it, and they don't have too much Walking Dead that's priced. I mean, everything's priced high at the shops I go to, and I think that's just because the market dictates that. But I found this one for $4, and just punched it up in my phone while I was standing there, and it actually said that it was a key copy, and so there it is. Issue 127. I don't know the significance of it. Like some minor key or something. I thought the artwork on the cover was cool. So definitely picked that up. And then, so happy to find this, especially at the price I got it for. This one cost me $4.50. It was half off of $9. And that's Doctor Strange number 1. I believe this is the Copper Age. I don't know what volume it is, like the third Doctor Strange book or so. But that cover is, in my book, and having experience with this book when I was a kid, is just one of my favorite Doctor Strange covers of all time. So, book is in beautiful shape too. I was so happy to see that. And then check this out. I got this for $9. Miss Marvel number 17. Real early appearance of Mystique. I believe it's either her first or second appearance, but I don't believe it's the first appearance of her in her normal form. I think she's like Nick Fury or something in this book. But at any rate, I've had it on my list for a long time and haven't seen it in a while. And then they had it up on a wall. They had it on the wall for like 13 or 14 bucks, so I got it for 10 bucks, I'd say. Not bad. And then I was happy to see this. I see this in so many videos, and man, it just has been elusive for me to pick one up. So I got this one for $10. It was marked 20 bucks. And as you can see, I hope you can see how beautiful this book is. I got this at Ken's for 50% off. And just a beautiful book. I know it's been hot. I'm not sure if it's hot right now, but I've seen this in dozens of videos this year. So I'm happy to have one myself. I always thought it was a great looking book. And And just George Perez is so phenomenal. All right, next up, Uncanny X-Men number 132. Love that cover, Storm on it. I've been getting jiggy with the Uncanny X-Men lately. I just have been successful in finding some. Finally, with the shops buying some collections. And next up, picked up issue number 110. This one's a little crunchy. Cost me $3 though, and I couldn't pass it up. And that's got a beautiful Cyclops with Colossus and Storm on the cover. And I always like the color on this one. It's X-Men 103, and this one's like a $4 comic. I think they had 8 on it, and I got it for 50% off. But that's awesome. Issue 103. Little minimal crunchiness on the cover. A couple of creases that does its thing on there, but gotta love the Cockrum stuff, man. It's just beautiful. And then had this one on the list. All the old X-Men stuff I've really been trying to pick up now. I'm full force X-Men right now because all my other runs are kind of drying up. But I love this Angel cover. And that's issue number 44. As you can see, you've probably seen this in several videos before, but I finally got it. Stoked about that. And then next up, picked up X-Men number 22. This one cost me 10. No, I think this one cost me $7.50. I think he had $15 on it. I got it for $7.50. And then this one I paid 10 for. Beautiful Stranko cover. He had 20 on this. It's X-Men number 49. So I was able to pick this one up for 10. And then I was able to get this one for 15. And this is beautiful. Like, I can't even tell you how awesome this is to look at in person. And that's X-Men number 54. You got Cyclops on there and Iceman. And Angel's just beautiful. The condition on this one is pretty tight. Got it on Mylar. I picked up some 4 mil Mylars for the first time. I usually just do the 2s. But they had a sale there going on supplies too, and I couldn't pass them up. Next up, X-Men number 57. Just beautiful. Sentinels cover. Bright colors. Everything's just dope on this book. This one cost me $20. He had 40 on it at Ken's, and I got it for 50% off. And like I was telling you before, I actually got it cheaper than that, because when it was all said and done, he knocked a nice little chunk off at the end that gave me a little bit extra, so that was awesome. So, really dope book right there. Happy to have that one. Next up, Avengers 23. Man, I wasn't expecting to get something like this. But, it was just good luck. I was in the right place at the right time. When you hit the right sale and you got the dig going good, and you pull something like this out that's not on a wall, and it's 50% off, man, feels so good. This book cost me $10. He had 20 on it, and happy to have that. And then super happy. I mean, I can't even tell you how happy I am to get Avengers number 12. And this book is beautiful. It has a couple little pieces missing on the cover, which it does affect the meat of the cover right in the middle. And look at this, man. You just got to look at this cover. Look at Iron Man. Cap's on there. You got Mole Man in the back. One of my favorite villains. I just thought they made him look so dopey. So, as you can see, I can't stop looking at this one. Love that book. So with all that being said, it wasn't the most fun I had all day on Black Friday, because I hit some Spidey, and that's where I got really happy. Check this out. Picked up a 144. I have this one already. This is a second copy, but the price was right. It was $1.50. Picked up a 124. Again, this is a second copy. This one's actually probably an upgrade, and this is one of my favorite covers when I was a kid. I just loved the way they drew the Man Wolf on there, and the colorful way he's jumping through the window and all that. And I always loved covers that had J. Jonah in distress. Just good stuff. That one only cost me a couple bucks. And then this is my third copy, I believe, of Amazing number 128. This book right here, I just keep getting a little bit better for cheap. And I think this one cost me $4. It was, $8 marked half off. And happy to have that one. And then picked up some bronze. Check this out. I got this one for $4.50. It's Amazing Spider-Man number 91. And this one has some issues, but I needed it, definitely needed it for filler. And, a little texture on the cover never scared me away. What's a little tape on the staple? That's a sign of being well loved. And it's got various little scratches or creases on it, but man, that's awesome. What I really liked about this book is I didn't even recognize it. It's very rare that I see any Amazing Spider-Man book that I don't recognize in the first couple hundred issues immediately, and this is one of them, so stoked to get that. And then I love this cover, and I did not have it. I couldn't believe I didn't have this. I thought I did. Just when I looked at it, I was like, oh, I wonder if this is an upgrade. But no, it was actually needed on my list, so I was happy to get this, and I got this one for $10. And that's Amazing Spider-Man number 87. And then one I definitely wasn't expecting to get that day. Picked up issue number 96. This one cost me $15, and as you can see, it doesn't have any Comics Code stamp on it. I believe this was considered the drug issue, where Stan Lee decided to publish a story dealing with narcotics, even though the code didn't approve. So he said, you know what, we'll just publish it without the code seal on it. And so he did that. And then it's got a little goblin on the cover. That's pretty dope. Alright. On a stretch run here. I got a few books left. Picked up Spider-Man number 98. I can't tell you how happy I am to have this book. I've wanted this book for a long time. Not just the fact that I'm doing the Spider-Man 1 to 100 run. I wanted this book because it looks amazing. I love that circle with the Goblin's power in it. And just a classic view of the Green Goblin there. So, book's pretty dope. Has a little bit of ink on the top corner of the cover, but outside of that, presents amazingly well. It would actually be a mid-grade book or higher if it didn't have that ink spot on it. Next up, another book I've had on the list, obviously, for a while, and that's Spider-Man number 52, where he's tied up with J. Jonah. Again, love J. Jonah in distress. Loved covers like that. And as you can see, this one's in fairly decent condition. It doesn't have any major issues at all. And I got it for $15. But it didn't end there. The show must go on with Spidey. Next up, picked up issue number 42. I got this one for $20. I couldn't even believe it. It's so super clean that it's just amazing to me. So I absolutely love, and I think Noah Trich was talking about this in his videos. I love when Spider-Man has his bust up there in the logos part of the comic. It just, you got something special when you see that up there. But at any rate, this is issue number 42. Ecstatic to have it. Just amazing book. And then, last but not least, I'm going to show you these two, because condition-wise, they're just off the chain. I picked up issue number 45 and issue number 60 of Amazing Spider-Man, and I don't know if you can see this well, especially with this Mylar on it, but look how beautiful these books are. And I got these for $20 each. I couldn't believe it, and hope that the light does it justice for how beautiful the black is on the Kingpin issue here, and just how really vivid that black is. And look at the spine, how nice the spine looks. I think this was my steal of the day. These two books for $40, but it's Black Friday, and that's a score. Look at that, man! You cannot beat that. I'm putting a beautiful dent into my Spidey run, and at the same time, I look at this and I go, it just doesn't get any better than this. But there's one book This is kind of a mini haul book for me, and I picked up the Superman versus Muhammad Ali. Wanted this book forever, and I got it for $9. It's a Whitman variant, as you can see. Price tag $12. It was 20% off. So I don't know. I got like like $2.50 off that book or whatever. So I got that for $9.50. And I'm gonna actually, I say this all the time, but I mean it. Is I'm actually gonna do a video. I got to show you the inside, and I want to show you the wraparound cover on this as well. I've seen it in a few other videos, but I always said if I get this book, I'm definitely gonna do it myself. Got to see the inside of this. It's really cool. I could not wait to get home. I busted it as soon as I got home, and man, it was a long time coming to read that book. So guys, that's my haul. I hope all you guys and girls are doing well out there. Knock the drama off, man. I know you guys, I don't pay too much attention to it, but I know what goes on out there, and man, you just let's make videos about books and stop making videos about how much of an asshole everybody is. I mean, everybody's an asshole in one way or another. Bring it on YouTube. Just ignore the trolls, ignore the haters. Enjoy your books. Detroit Madman, peace.